Hey, so who wants lasting health? Who wants to reclaim their body so it does every command they tell it to do? Do you want to wake up feeling happy and abundant? I think I see a banana tree. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a banana tree. And if you continuously want these things, if you want to achieve more in your life, and you don't feel like your life at this point is giving you all that it could, then I strongly suggest you to reconsider where you're putting your efforts and where you want to put yourself in the grand scheme of things. Do you want to keep living the same mundane life, hoping that one day you'll get that raise? Just keep plugging away, doing the same old thing, never having the energy to keep up, never feeling like you measure up? You want to increase your self-confidence naturally as opposed to stimulating your self-confidence? That being with psyching yourself up, lifting your vibration through just mental. Don't get me wrong, that plays an integral part in raising your full vibration, but it's a small part in the grand scheme. So what I'm suggesting is you incorporate a lifestyle that includes more living foods that will give you a better mood, a cleaner inside, a more clear mind, and altogether at the end game you're going to be at the top of the mountain. You're going to look much younger. You're going to have better skin, better teeth, better hair, better nails. You're going to have stronger muscle, better built muscle. You're going to have less body odor, you know, clearer eyes. You may be able to get rid of your glasses altogether. That's my ultimate goal, among other things. And you're going to say, well, how is it that fruit can do this for me? How can eating living foods that are water-based, rich in life energy, how do they give me a better chance than, say, eating a heavy, dense protein meal like steak in comparison to eating kale, like a kale juice? And I'll tell you that your body doesn't require protein, it requires amino acids. Yes, your body is trying to build protein, but it needs amino acids, not proteins, to do this job. So in our society, what's happened is that people who eat cooked food, they're just doing what their ancestors before them, their predecessors, the people who taught them what to do, their parents. But the thing is, that's not getting us anywhere. In fact, it's killing our human species to the point where now babies are being born and they have adrenal fatigue already. There should be no reason that anybody should have any fatigue. They have and they deserve a body that will serve them better. How do you do this? Watch this channel. What if you're sick? What if you're the type that doesn't have health to begin with and it just feels hopeless? If you feel hopeless and you want to feel better in your life, then you can contact me on Facebook, or you can continue watching these channels and maybe the information I share with you could help you. There's also a doctor named Dr. Robert Morse that could also assist you if that's what you'd like. You can check out his YouTube channel at Dr. Robert Morse, ND, natural doctor, or yeah. Where am I at right now? I'm in Thailand, Koh Lanta, or Koh Tao, sorry. And I'm making this video because I want to reach out to the people that maybe are in search of help. They feel their body doesn't serve them the way it should. They feel slow, foggy, they can't get out of bed in the morning, they need coffee to stimulate themselves. These stimulants will not serve your body, they will only exhaust you in the long run, exhaust your glands, the endocrine gland system. The endocrine gland system has many glands that all work in conjunction with hormones and steroids. Now, these things control the bodily processes of all your systems. Now, if that system, which is compared to the electrical system of a house, if the endocrine glandular system shuts down, then what you're going to be left with is a body that can't operate functionally or effectively, efficiently, to the highest of its potential. I'm not saying that fruit is going to fix you from one day to the next. That diet it's not meant to fix you instantaneously. What it does is it allows your body to have more energy let me reverse here. You have 100% energy in a day. If you need 100% more energy, what are you going to do? You're going to raise that bar to twofold. Let me reverse it even more, okay? Okay, so you have several systems in your body, around 14, and each one requires energy on a daily basis. Now, to keep things simple, which system in the body do you think requires the most energy on a daily basis? Digestion is the bodily process that requires the most. That's why when you eat something, all other systems in the body kind of go and they lower their power to give digestion more. So if you're continuously eating, and if you're continuously eating foods that need a lot more energy to digest, absorb, and utilize, then you are not eating efficiently and effectively. It's not conducive for any healthy regime. Nobody lives past 100 nowadays. That's not even the norm anymore. You're lucky if you live to 70. Let's be serious here. Let's be honest. 70 is the new 100. Let's raise that bar back up to 120, 150. Let's bring it to 200. Do you think that's possible? Let's not live a life of 200 with disease. Let's not stimulate health. Let's not imitate health. Let's actually bring our body back to the state of being where it's supposed to be. How do we do that? Detoxification. Why do we do it? To raise the vibration of our bodies so we can raise the vibration of the planet and everybody can begin to live abundantly and happily. Equality. That's the idea. Every country, every union, every community, every ideal. Bring it all together into one. On this earth, on this island, we call Earth. So let's bring it to that vibration. Why can fruit do this? Because it lowers the aggression. When you eat meats, you're eating the aggression, the testosterone of that animal. You're eating the adrenaline of that animal because it was in the flesh when they killed the animal. The adrenaline. What would happen if you were killed? You're in a slaughterhouse. What do? They scare the shit out of you and then they kill you. So all that adrenaline runs to the meat in your body, the muscle, the fat, and what's going on? They slaughter that. The adrenaline in that meat serves you because it stimulates your adrenal glands, which are no longer going to create adrenaline. Adrenaline and amongst other things, other steroids. So if your adrenal glands, which sit on top of your kidneys, are exhausted, then what's going to happen? All these systems of your body are going to crash. That's why you can't drag your butt out of bed. That's why you need to drink the coffee. What does the coffee do? It exactly what it's supposed to do. It stimulates, it gets you out of bed. But it also exhausts you further. So you require it more and more, so it becomes an addiction. Until you're 60 years old and one coffee don't cut it anymore. Now you need 10 in a day as opposed to one. And that doesn't cut it. Then you're going to be left with exhausted organs and glands that you can no longer function with. Okay. So it's either take that path of the coffee, the meat, the carbs, bad food combining, acidic diet, and sure, you feel good now. You feel really good because you're stimulated. But then you hit 30 and you're like, I don't feel so good. I'm not going to go out anymore. I'm getting old. You wouldn't get old if you maintained a living food diet and watched your food combining. You want to pay attention to the foods you combine because they create either acidic or an alkaline environment in your stomach. You don't mix proteins with starches. You don't mix melons with any other fruit. You don't mix fruit in general with any other food group. You don't mix vegetables with fruit. You do mix fruit with fruit and melons with melons. You can have vegetables with your meat, or you can have vegetables with your rice, but never have rice or potatoes or any other starchy starch with your meat, because the two cannot digest simultaneously in your stomach. So what we'll do from there is move on to ingesting water-based foods. Everybody's heard the term or heard drink lots of water in a day. Well, what if you eat your water instead? You're getting distilled water in the fruit, and it tastes delicious. Intuitively, a baby, will go for the fruit over any other food that is on a table at a family banquet. And that's why I lean towards fruit myself, because it's an intuition. Now, if you believe in chakra points, there are 7, and then 1 on top of the head, and then more above that. But that's getting into even higher realms of vibrations. If you're eating fruit, which are colorful, catch the eye. In nature, what would you eat? If you were in nature, would you try and hunt an animal, or would you just pick a fruit off a tree that's sitting there waiting for you to eat that gives you more energy in the long run? Think about that. I want to leave you with a question. Do you feel that these videos are going to serve you? Do you feel that I should talk and just have more action and adventure? Essentially, I want these videos to be a way for myself to get out there to be able to help people. I'll be going to school next summer as a iridologist and continuing as a detoxification health coach, and want you to feel that my services can provide you at this point. There's not many of my viewers, but I'd like some of your feedback. What are your ideas as far as these videos? Do you think that they could get out to the public? Do you think that at some point these could become a more popular video? What would you change about them? I'm in Thailand, I have a camera phone. What do you think I could do differently to enhance my ability to reach larger audiences, let's say? I know we're all trying to do that, but we could all help each other. If you share this video, I'll share yours. If you subscribe, I'll subscribe to your channel. Let's all help each other get to the point where we can all be helping the people we need to be helping. So if you haven't subscribed and you are watching this, please do subscribe and share this with your friends, because this message needs to be heard. People can't continue to bombard their bodies with stimulants that just exhaust them further and further, putting them in a grave sooner than they need to be, and then creating offspring that are even weaker and more decrepit. Or do that. Let's thin out the race. Let's thin out the species, because we all know and believe that there's too many people to begin with, but I think that's malarkey. I think that we just need to use the space more effectively. That's a whole other topic. Matthew Malore, signing out. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.